So it all starts back in 2009 when I first went to Le Mans. Tried to get the Cortina back on the road, but found that needing a lot of body panels was just taking far too long. So I bought a Mark II Golf, which I loved that car. Looked after it a lot. And yeah, we went to Le Mans, had a brilliant time. And the intention was always to take the Cortina at some point. Just didn't happen in 2010 or 11 or 12. That was the last time I went. I always watched it. I'll always watch it. Love endurance racing. And I think that's it. It's just because it's different. But we'd hatched a plan back in 2009 for the centenary that we would go, a group of us. And with having the Cortina back on the road, there's no excuse why I shouldn't have taken it. And that's what I did. A few things that needed to be done. Basically, sorting the diff, which I had rebuilt at Christmas. That went back in. I had new handbrake system. I failed the MOT on the handbrakes. I had to totally overhaul it about 4 times to get it right. But it's right. And stickers, because there's a little tradition at Le Mans that people will sticker their cars up for it. And I'm not shy about doing stuff like that. It'll come off fine, I hope. And yeah, so we drove down. Didn't film it actually, just because. Just didn't think it was. I needed well, I was too busy looking after the Cortina and nursing her down there, and the other phone was being used for the maps. But she worked fine. Leaked a lot of oil, so I had to go at the back of the run. So yeah, I've got some stuff to fix there, but we made it. Really good on fuel, actually, surprisingly, considering we were doing 60, 70, 80 miles an hour at one point on the motorway. And with only 4 gears, we were going for it. But we got to Le Mans, we made it safe. Got to watch some night racing. And did the pit walk.
It's my daughter is obsessed with dinosaurs, and so she said, when you go, can you get pictures of the dinosaur car? So I said, yeah, of course.
Which I always loved doing. So you get to get really close to the cars. And for those of you who've not done Le Mans, would recommend doing it for a start. But Friday used to be a bit of a nothing day. There's no qualifying, there's no racing. Or there didn't used to be. So they called it Mad Friday, and that's when people went out and did burnouts in cars. Not that I ever did that. But this year was different. I mean, I wouldn't have done it in the Cortina anyway, because, you know, I'm trying to look after it. But they open up the track so you can walk on it. So I'm actually walking on the track right now. Where I'm stood, it's the Ford chicane, which is really cool. I've not actually walked this part of the track before, this is all new. Technically I've broken into Spa, which is a story for another day, and I have walked on the Nürburgring, which again, probably a story for, maybe not for YouTube, but this is fucking cool. I'm so excited. And then Saturday was the race. Now, if you haven't watched Le Mans before, I'd recommend watching the highlights for this race because it was mad. I've not seen a race like this, well, ever. In the past, it's always been one team against the other, whereas this, it was 5, 6 teams all going for the lead. And they did have the lead for a while. it did actually change position. And then we had rain, because you always get rain at Le Mans. And it was so welcome, because up until that point, it had been high 20s, low 30s most of the time. And a thunderstorm was fantastic, because it meant I could cool off. I was still hot, like 10 minutes later. It was still mid-20s even when it rained. But the cars were still on slicks, because Le Mans is so big as a track. You can have really bad rain here, but be bone dry at this end, and you can't run wet, because they'll just be burnt out before you get to the wet part. Brilliant. So definitely watch that. And yeah, just loved it. I loved all that. Packed everything back up and headed home. And she did well. We got her back. There's a few things to repair. Quite a few oil leaks I need to fix, which I wasn't expecting. I used 6 litres of oil, which is horrendous. And I need to fix some stuff with this, and I've got a few ideas, some quite drastic, if I can do it. And the diff, even though it's been rebuilt, something's not right with it. So that's got to come off. But we'll get into that another time. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's just a little talk about what I've been up to recently. And if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. But also, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about road tripping in old cars, and tell me about some of the ones that you've done as well, because I do like stuff like that. Anyway, take care. Speak to you soon.